What's happening, everybody? How you doing? Listen, so what we are doing today, I just got word from the butcher that the meat is just about ready. So the plan is we're gonna drive this meat up to my folks and my wife's folks up north. It's about a 6.5 hour drive, and we got 2 cows to deliver over there. It's all for family. I'm gonna put them in the back of my Toyota Tundra, and we're gonna deliver also a freezer that my friends are trying to get rid of, that my wife's sister wants to put the beef in, so it's gonna be a whole shebang. Anyway, listen. That's her. She's here for me. Uno momento. Clearly it wasn't important. She's just trying to distract me. Anyway, so yeah, interesting notes on the cows and how much they weigh. We had 3 cows. They were all half Angus, half Jersey, so not like super beefy. Angus is your beef breed. Jersey is more of your milk breed, which is a good milk breed, and maybe one day we'll get a milk cow. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. No promises. Anyway, so these cows aren't going to be, they're not huge like they would if they were like Galvez or like Angus or Red Angus or Black Angus or something like that, full purebred. Plus, they're heifers, so that means they is lady cows. So one of the, we had a plan actually to breed one of them for ourselves so we can have a calf, and then we could, do calf sharing, or just continue like a cycle of getting calves to raise for the butcher. But we decided to just butcher these all. And anyway, we're keeping the cows, at least we're keeping 1 cow for ourselves. That's going to be the smallest cow. That came in at 436 pounds hanging weight. Now, hanging weight is not what you get from the butcher, not the take-home weight. It's typically less than that. But hanging weight is once they've kind of gutted it and skinned it and let it hang a little bit, that's the weight of the cow. And that's what you pay the butcher when you're paying like whatever per pound. Okay. The other one came in at 471 pounds, and then the biggest one was 507 pounds hanging weight. So we're gonna take about, I don't know what it's gonna be take home weight, but 2 cows to up north, and I'm just gonna throw them in the back of my truck, and we're gonna take it all up there. So now, to get the truck ready, I need to change the oil because it is past due. So I'm gonna go change the oil. Let's do it. Let's go check and see if it's cold. It's supposed to be a nice day. I haven't been outside because I've been working all day. Not bad. Not bad. What do you think, ladies? How's the weather? Good? Hands are cold? Well, I might get my coat just because when you're not moving around, you gotta stay warm. So look at my girls made this little cool thingy. They got a little dude here on the zip line. So let's push it back. Look at that. He goes up. Get on there, Jofus. Hey. Nice. Nailed it. All right, so first things first, we gotta move some cars around. I gotta move the van. I got to get the truck up here, but I also gotta start the truck, get the oil warmed up a little bit. That's a nice thing you wanna do before you change the oil. What?
Can you move the car? It's kind of in our way, because we have a little problem here.
You just read my mind.
Wait,
She
so
read
look,
mine.
that's too skinny for us, and this I can do.
Yeah, I wish I had problems with things being too skinny for me. Look at that belly. Anyway, my kids find me hilarious. So, we're gonna move the car. Let's do it.
You need to get out of here.
Thank you.
I did a horrible job.
She did a horrible job. Okay, watch out. I'm leaving.
Wait, can I come?
Nope.
No, please.
Nope. Sorry.
Coming in.
Nope. All right. So you always want to warm the car up that you're going to change the oil on. I'm not talking about go out for a 30-minute drive here. I'm talking about, 2-3 minutes. Maybe do a loop around the block. Nothing too crazy. And of course, bring your kids, because every time you go somewhere, they want to come. So I guess while I got you and while I'm taking a little cruise around, I will kind of give you an update on where we're at with the property. Called my concrete guy. He's crazy busy, just like everybody's crazy busy. He said he's never been so busy in his life. This is some weird, unprecedented times, and he's not entirely sure what is causing all the busyness. Whereas even in this time of year is typically not when you're pouring concrete. You typically are framing or doing other stuff, and then you pour concrete in the summer, or when the weather is nice and dry. And he's busy, so that sucks. He's about a month or a month and a half out, and so I'm trying to coordinate also with my excavators. I'm going to be meeting with one of them tomorrow at the property, see what he can do, and give you guys an update on the driveway and the plans, or I should say fail, that happened over there. But yeah, anyway, now that truck is a little warmed up, again, not too much, just a little, we can bring it over to the driveway and start the old oil change process. Wish
Wow.
I had more space.
Go. Come on, get out.
Crazy children. I-force. Get it. All right. So we're gonna change the oil in this bad boy, and I don't think I gotta. There's plenty of clearance there for me to get my fat butt under there and do it. Okay. So basically, premise of changing the oil. If you haven't done it yourself, learn how to change the oil. I mean, it's save you some money. It takes like 15 minutes and makes you feel better. Basically, premise of changing the oil is you got a drain plug, oil pan at the bottom of your car. You undo the drain plug, obviously have a pan to catch the oil. Get the old oil out, close up that drain plug, take out your filter, right? There's always an oil filter that gets all the nasty gunk and something else that might be stuck in the oil. Replace your filter, and then refill it with new oil. That's it. And just don't overfill. That's all. So that's what we're gonna do. So this bad boy is ready to go. I typically buy oil in, well, this is actually the first time I'm doing it in a box. So I typically buy them in quarts that are already pre-measured. This had just enough, 12 quarts. So it had just enough to do my van and also the truck all in one, but no way to measure except with a measuring cup. So what I got was some cheapo measuring cup from Walmart that obviously measures in quarts. That is what I'm going to use to measure how much oil I am putting into this thing. Your filter for the oil for the Tundra is going to come with new little rubber seals and gaskets or whatever they're called, O-rings, as well as a little doohickster to drain the oil filter. You're going to need this little dooha, which I haven't changed the oil in the truck yet before since I bought it, which I haven't had this thing for a long time and haven't driven it that much. So, but now it's time to change. So this is going to be what takes off the oil filter housing. Okay. Neighbors are crazy. Anyway, yeah, let's do it. One of the other things I do is unscrew the, oh my gosh, look at my dirty fingers. Wear some gloves. That's the first thing too. Get some gloves. This is the one from, oh man, perfect. Garbage. Straight trash. I'm gonna go get some gloves. Typically get like a grocery bag to put the old filter in. Get some gloves. Something else, big old piece of cardboard if you got it, and nice something nice to sit on or kneel on. That's not going to hurt your knees. So just so you don't make a big old mess in your driveway if you end up spilling something. So that's that. All right, and then you need tools, of course, to unbolt the drain plug and all that goodness. So get some tools. And make sure you make a mess. Get some rags, any old socks or underwears or whatever you want. Obviously, no dookie stains on them. Okay, sick. Anyway, yeah, get some keep your old t-shirts you were gonna throw away. You know, put it in the shop. It's always nice to have those handy for oil changes because it gets messy. Good, I just checked. Underneath the truck, there should be a skid plate. But in my case, there is not. Here's the oil filter housing. Okay. This you undo, that comes off, and then you use your tool that you bought, the black one, to screw this off, pull it out. Your filter will be there as well. And your oil pan is right there. Okay, that's the bolt we need to take off. Okay, and drain the oil. So that's what we gonna do. So you want to put an oil pan underneath. All right. So lefty loosey, righty tighties, whitey tighties. Oh gosh. If your oil pan isn't in the way, like mine is. Make sure your crush washer doesn't fall in, and let that drain out. My hope is that this oil pan has enough space in it to capture all that. If it doesn't, I'm a little screwed actually. Keep your bolt ready just in case you need to screw that back on. We'll see. It's getting full. It's dangerous business. Ah, good. Whew. We're getting close. That's a lot of oil. And that's a small pan, but I think we'll be all right. Let that drain. And once it starts to get a real thin line, or even drips, that's when you can close it back up. So you let that drain, do its thing, and whew, that was close. I thought it was going to be too much oil for that pan, but
Hi.
hi.
Guy.
You got a lot of sticks there, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do with those sticks?
Yeah. Bad guy.
Oh, you going to bad guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you let him have it. All right.
Bye.
Bye, neighbors' kids, man. So this is also the part where you find out the crush washer is garbage. And it looks like it's plastic or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. But dang it, I don't have another one, so I'm gonna have to go quickly to the store and grab a crush washer for this bolt and the Advanced Auto Parts or whoever. I guess I'm just gonna let that drip. It's not gonna do anything as long as nobody comes and touches it. So I'm gonna go to the store real quick. Good idea to do this if you got one car and this is the situation you're in, you're kind of screwed. You have to walk to the store. But thankfully I have two, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm back and got me some crush washers. They come in all sorts of weird plastic, copper. I mean, the one I pulled off was like plastic and it was crumbling apart and falling apart. So I might just try the copper one. Yeah, this puppy is full. And yucky. Oh snap. It's really full. I didn't want grass right there anyway. This is why you do this on the grass.
When it gets full, where are you gonna dump it?
Take it to the store, the automotive store, car store, and they take it and recycle it. Or you can just dump it in your neighbor's yard. I'm just kidding. Alright. This right here is oil filter housing. And that's what we got to take off. You just need a 3/4. Oh, this is taking the whole. Shoot, that's not good. So I'm supposed to only take off this piece right here. This is supposed to unscrew, but this whole thing is unscrewing with it. So it's kind of, it's in there. That's not good. That is not going to let me drain the oil out like I want to. It's going to make a huge mess probably. We're going to get creative. I was able to use a big whopping humongous pliers like these to hold the housing cap while twisting this. So now I loosen that up, so we're good to go there. Now it's just a matter of unscrewing this, and there should be some oil that comes out with this. Just a tad. Make sure there's a rubber O-ring that comes out with it. If it's not, make sure it does. You're gonna replace that with the new one. So you get in your filter thing, you get this plastic piece that just screws into here. Once it screws in, it will start unloading some oil. Once it drains, then you can take off the housing, replace the filter, put it all back together. So let that drain for a little bit, and then do sit-ups until your abs are super like 6-pack. Right, Penderson? She's hungry. I'm hungry. We're having pizza tonight. Homemade pizza. Yeah, our friends are coming over. We're gonna eat. If I can get this dang oil changed, it's taking me longer than I expected. Use this tool to get the oil filter housing off. So there's that nasty goodness. So you take this. There's an O-ring right here, and that's where you need to replace a new one. Not here, but here. Okay. So take out the old filter. We're gonna need to put a new O-ring on there, which comes with your filter. So we'll put that on there. We'll put that one around the original piece we took off, right? And of course, the new filter. The new filter goes on like that. Old O-ring comes off. There we go. You do want to lubricate these before you put them back on. Just kind of lubricate back to where it was sitting before in this channel right here. Okay, not against this, but against this. And the new one is gonna go, this guy is gonna go into here. Then you can actually do this right now. You can screw this back on right now. You don't have to wait for that one to be screwed on. And now you screw that back on under there. Just screws on. All right, so I got the oil housing back on, tighten that all up snug. Again, you don't want to overdo it. I got the drain plug back on, also snug, but not overdone. You don't want to strip that stuff, jack it up, and then be really screwed. So now we fill oil. This is supposed to take 7.5 quarts, 5.7 liters. 7.5 quarts of OW20. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I need, ooh, that's a lot. 7.5 of these. So clean your funnel out. I always do that before I pour. Get a funnel like so, and you stick it in there, and that's where you pour. All right. We will check the level again. Okay. Find a clean part of your rag. All right, cool. Now we're sitting right at the in between the two lines. Perfect. I mean, we could even add a little more just to kind of top it off and let it be a little higher. As long as it's between the two lines, it's good. So I think if we added maybe a quarter of a quart, I think that's what I'll do. So let me do that. Right quick. Excuse me. Oh. All right, come on, go around the other side. Probably, which equates to a cup in this case. Cool. So that equates to a cup here, and pour that. All right, that should do it. Let's check again the level, and then we should be golden, baby. All right. All right, let's clean it off. Because again, the new oil I just added is going to settle once I start the truck and drive it. So even if it's a little on the high side, which it's perfect, it's actually good. We're not. Just do that one more time. Perfect. Yeah, so. Nice. Okay. So that's how you change your oil in a 2007 Toyota Tundra 5.7 liter V8, my man and my lady. Thanks for watching. Y'all take it easy. Peace.